looking at Manuri, the captain. That's going to be a tough ask against a very disciplined Nepal bowling attack. And Pooja Mato, I'm sure, would not like them to get as much. Dev, what was with me in the commentary box? I'm Ram Manoj. Dev's had a long day out there, a double shift, the masterclass, and now in the com box.
Thank you, Raman. Yeah, look, the masterclass was okay. We had to condense that down. A lot more to it, of course, but I'm happy to share my thoughts with anybody who is interested. And I'm also very interested to see good pieces of play, regardless of wherever the girls come from. And we're looking forward to this game also. This is a very, very important for both of them.
Sanjana Kavandi is going to be out there in the middle to start the innings for Sri Lanka. Had a good knock in one of the matches. Didn't really get too many in the other. Got a 20-odd in quick fire in one of the games. Hiruni Hansika, actually the capable cricketer. We've seen her bowl very well. Very handy off spinner and a left-handed bat. Now out there to open the innings with Sanjana Kavandi. Pooja Mato, the captain for Nepal, has got the ball in her hands. She said we already created history. We came here to create history. We have. We beat Pakistan.
यो अघि भइसकेको म्याच है गाइस. मैले फेरि यो अगाडि सुरुदेखि लगाए त्यतिकै लाइभ सुरु गरेको छु. यो म्याच अहिले चाहिँ पानी परिसक्यो नि त्यही भएर म्याच भएको छ. हेर्नु है त्यहाँ यस्तो दामी हानेछ. एक ओभरमा एक रन दिएर एक विकेट लिएको छ कि.
Worrying sign because over the last 2 days we have had matches interrupted and abandoned due to that rain aspect and the thunder and lightning. More importantly, lightning first, followed by rain. Okay, but now in the gap, they've taken a single of risky one. The batter Sanjana just taken a knock. The helmet came off when the throw came in. I hope it didn't hit her on the head.
It was a good dive, but she didn't really need to do that. What I was really interested to see was a beautiful shot. That was timed perfectly. Have a look at this. The full face of the bat, and it's going straight to where the ball went. So she was in easily, but you know, I don't think there's any problem with this. Not much venom in the throw. It's mandatory now just to give a little concussion test. But I tell you what, you're right about the clap of thunder. The ground staff are ready with the covers, so at any moment this game could be stopped.
Yes, and this has been the worrying sign. Over the last couple of days, we've seen this happen just around this time in the afternoon. So it's pretty consistent. This cloud cover building up just around 1 and thereabouts. Then kind of starts getting heavier around 2, 2:30 local time. To the time it doesn't rain, we're okay. But the other thing that's a cause of concern is the lightning. And lightning has struck various spots around this area, which is why the umpires are very, very careful. The moment they feel that there is a risk that lightning poses to the safety of the players, we've seen play being stopped.
Yeah, it's fair enough too. Until that comes, play will resume. We'll continue, I'd rather. And Pooja, slow medium play. Look at that shot. I really love that technique of hitting through the offside with a full face of the bat and easily made good her ground.
Oh, playing across this time around. There's not much pace to work with for Hiruni, trying to force the issue. Also, seeing that gap once she clears the mid-wicket fielder.
Yes, well, there you see in total contrast to the shot that produced a single. That one was aimed across the line of where the ball was going, and that's flirting with danger. That you could either whack it in the middle of the bat and be lucky, or it'll go straight up in the air if you don't hit the middle.
Beaten outside off, there's an appeal, and the umpire gives it. Well, the batter is perplexed, but Nepal are delighted. Sri Lankan camp are stunned. Beauty of a delivery, just angled across, but Hiruni feels that she didn't get any bat on it. The important part is the umpire does, and she has to walk back to the hut.
And it's Pooja again, isn't it? They are very reliant on the captain of Nepal. Nice little length and direction.
But I think they're just waiting to check if the ball has been collected cleanly. I think that's why the on-field umpire has just signalled to the TV umpire to check if the ball carried into the keeper's gloves. And I believe that has been confirmed. Let's take another look at it.
All right, no question of a legitimate delivery. Pooja is well inside with the front foot. So the umpires adjudicated there was an edge, clean catch. Not sure why they were making a fuss about that. It was just straight into the gloves. Good catch by the keeper. Difficult to tell without Snicko for us. But what matters is what the umpire feels. And as we're all brought up to Rowan, we're all brought up in the right way, the umpire, you respect the umpire.
Absolutely, they're running the game, and the umpire's in the best position to tell whether there was an edge, and she felt that probably there was a faint tickle of the bat. And the question that's now being asked is whether the ball carried cleanly into the wicket-keeper's gloves. And that red light will flash because the ball was collected cleanly by the keeper. It didn't bounce on the way through. So Hiruni is out without scoring, and Sri Lanka have lost their first wicket. Sri Lanka have lost their first wicket. Just a run on the board. Not the kind of start Sri Lanka would have hoped for, but just the perfect recipe for the captain of Nepal. She's picked up a wicket, end of the first over, 1 for 1.
यस्तो दामी भइरहेको थियो ठ्याक्कै पानी परिदिन्छ क्या 1 run 1 over 1 wicket केही गर्ला जस्तो थियो नानीहरूले
Well, 1 for 1 after the first over, and now the rain's picked up. And straight away, the ground staff swing into action. Prompt as ever. But suddenly, the tempo of that smattering of drops has increased. It's actually coming down, and coming down quite severely. This has suddenly turned into a downpour. Within the span of 60 seconds, it started pouring here at the Biomas Cricket Oval. And credit to the ground staff. Really, they've worked tirelessly. Look at the effort. They were ready in anticipation. But look at the vagaries of nature here. You can still see some parts where there's still bright light in some parts of the sky. Then there's that heavy cloud cover. And it's just very quickly engulfed the ground here and started pouring. Well, it's all happening here at the Biomas Cricket Oval in Klang in Malaysia. This is really tough for the ground staff, but they're very, very adept. I think credit to them. They're at times the unsung heroes. The fact that they make sure that the ground conditions don't worsen because they get the covers on in the nick of time, make sure the square is covered. Once that is done, the bowlers run up covered first, and then they'll ensure that the rest of the square gets covered around the area. Covers don't entirely engulf the entire outfield, but they try and cover as much of it as possible.
Yeah, Robin, it gets really heavy once the water gets on those covers. Even though you've got 7, 8 or even 9 red shirts pulling on covers, it gets really heavy and it's not easy to do. So we really appreciate their efforts. But the locals know exactly what's going on. They were this rain has come roughly
match restart भयो भने फेरि live
the
आउला है त
last 2 days. So, but they're ready for it, and they've been very good at it.
Absolutely. This is what it looks like for Sri Lanka. Just had 1 over bowled in their innings, and they lost the wicket of Hiruni. Outside scoring. 1 for 1 after 1. Talk about a binary code. The zeros and ones, it's all there on that scorecard. Pooja, the lone wicket taker, the captain of Nepal, who chose to bowl first and was ably rewarded with that wicket.